Hey everyone, hope all of you are keeping well and safe. Thank you for the final edition. Thank you for joining for the final edition of Cloudcast Serum. Today we're going to have the final webinar, and we want to give you like some insights into Cloudcast Serum and the people who are trying out different things. And we'll be having a chat, importantly, with some of the participants who completed um, Cloudcast Serum already, and we're gonna get them to share their experiences as well. So today we have a great lineup of an agenda, and so I want to give you like a heads up about this whole engagement, because since this will be the last event that we're going to do around Cloud Custom. I want to make sure that all of you will be asking questions. If you have any, just get it clarified today itself, so that you'll be able to complete Cloud Custom in next 2 days, in case if you haven't completed it already. Because Cloud Custom is scheduled to be end on 8th of November, 11:59 Sri Lankan time, 11:59 p.m. Sri Lankan time. So you just want to make sure that you are ready and have all the important information. All right. So Cloud Custodian was brought to Sri Lanka because GDG Sri Lanka and GDG Cloud Sri Lanka thought that we need to give more opportunities to the developers here in Sri Lanka, so that they'll be able to learn about Google Cloud Platform, learn about new a different type of products which are available, how you can use those, get hands-on experience, because it's usually you won't be able to get for free hands-on experience with Google Cloud or any cloud for that matter, unless you are using a free tier. So we want to give you an opportunity through Cloud Custodian. So there are plenty of people have already taken the advantage of that opportunity, and there are plenty of people who have already completed Cloud Custodian. And some of them, they completed Cloud Custodian, the challenges over a weekend, or sometimes they completed the quests. Sometimes in like they took about 1 or 2 weeks to complete it as well. Doesn't matter whatever the composition is. What doesn't matter whatever the arrangement that you have for yourself. But just make sure that you become a part of Cloud Custodian if you are not already. Yeah, awesome. So we have three interesting panelists today joining with us. So we have, let me show you the banner a little so we can, yeah, awesome. There we have it. So we have three panelists joining with us today. So they have already completed Cloud Custodian, and they are here to share their experiences, so that you will be able to also learn, and you will also be able to complete the quest on time. And if you have any questions, thanks a lot for all the heys and hellos. If you have any questions, please do type it up in the live Q&A section, because we are here today to answer your questions as well. So just make sure that you get those questions answered by today itself, because we only have 2 days left. So we have Netmi Romina joining with us. We have Milindu who's joining with us, and Mihindu actually joining with us, and then we have Pamoda Savindri joining with us today as well. So without taking much time, let's welcome all of them to the show. Thank you, Netmi. Thank you, Mihindu. Thank you, Pamoda, for joining today. Awesome. So we have these young people who have completed Cloud Custodian, and they are here to share their experiences about Cloud Custodian. Awesome. So without taking much time, let's start off with the questions, so we can move slowly towards the other parts as well. Awesome. So first question goes to three. Like all these questions will go to all three of you. So before we start off, why don't you, or all of you, give an introduction to yourself? So maybe Mehindu can start, then Romina, and then Pamoda can give an introduction about yourself, what you do, and what you're up to, what are technologies that you like, and most importantly, tell us an important fact about yourself as well. Yeah, Mehindu, over to you.
Yeah, thank you. Uh, Hi everyone. Hi, good evening everyone. And I'm Mehidur Ranasinghe, currently a third year software engineering undergraduate from University of Kelaniya. Uh, Currently, I'm working as a cloud engineer intern at WSO2. And yeah, when I talk about the major areas that I am currently working on, web and mobile applications development, data science and machine learning, and DevOps and cloud engineering technologies as well. And yeah, also I'm a volunteer, and I'm volunteering in IEEE and many other tech communities in Sri Lanka. So yeah, that's a quick intro about me.
Cool. So Mihindu, I think you missed the point around the interesting fact about yourself.
Yeah, actually, I'm not restricting to a particular area.
Okay.
I'm working on different areas such as machine learning and cloud engineering stuffs, and volunteering is my favorite thing in different types of tech communities in Sri Lanka. So yeah, I'm not restricting to a particular area.
Awesome. Awesome. Cool. So next up we have Pamoda. Sorry, Netmini.
Hello, hi guys. So I'm Nekumi. I'm currently completing my final year at MSc in University, and I worked as an associate software engineer for like 1 year. And interesting practice, I write blogs to share the knowledge what I learned. And the most interesting technologies I like Kubernetes, Docker, Terra.
Awesome. So then we have Pamoda.
Uh, okay, as you mentioned me, as you addressed me, I'm Pramoda Savindri, and I'm undergraduate of SLST. Interesting fact about myself is I'm very curious and exploring tech girl. So that's why I always try to participate for the competitions, hackathons, challenges, kind of things. Yeah, that's all about me.
Cool. So we have um, individuals from three different universities doing different activities, trying out different technologies. So I'm sure you will be able to ask questions from them as well, and then you can learn from them too. Awesome. Cool. So let me go to the second question, which is around like getting to know more of what made you to kind of be a part of Cloud Kasira. So the question is, what motivated you to be a part of Cloud Kasira, and which technologies were you able to expose to? So we can start off with Pamoda.
Obviously, that was obviously swag. In
Okay.
the very beginning, I felt like a swag is everything for me. So I just started doing the challenge, but in the middle of the challenge, I realized that they are offering valuable certifications to us. So for the lifetime warranty, that's why I keep doing the challenge. And what I learned was I was very new to GCP. So I learned many things about the cloud, what I have never done, I have never knew. So I just learned many things about the cloud, and I was having an experience to do the with the hands-on labs. So I was able to create virtual machines, work with the virtual machines, and manipulate the data, use Kubernetes, DevOps, and also Docker kind of things. So that's all what I learned for now. I mean,
Awesome. So, all right. So, Netmini, what was your motivation and what did you learn?
Yeah. So I'm currently getting ready for Google certificates, so that was my first motivation to do the Qwiklab. It was really helpful for my work, and what I learned from Google Cloud Platform is hands-on experience on GCP, Bigquery, and more knowledge on Terraform.
Cool. Nice. Awesome. Good luck with your certification. All right. So we are moving to on to Mihindu. Mihindu, what was your
Uh,
motivation?
Yeah, actually, today the Google Cloud technologies are getting more and more popular among developers, and even the most of the software companies are also now moving their products to modern GCP trends. And yeah, Cloud Custom is a definitely a great opportunity for all of us to get a hands-on experience and learn GCP and cloud technologies in GCP, like creating CI/CD pipelines using GCP and Kubernetes and other stuff. So the most important thing is with Cloud Custom, we can practice them free of charge. So that's what mainly motivated me to be a part of the Cloud Custom, and also definitely the amazing specs that the team is trying to give us. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Definitely, like if there's a GDG event, one of the most important thing, a question comes in, hey, what's swag? How does the t-shirt look like? It has been there for so long, and then great to see. Like we are happy about what we're gonna get as well. Yeah, so that's cool. So awesome. So we had the second question going on. Thank you for sharing your motivation behind why you wanted to become cloud custodian. And I think it's important that that the cloud custodian is given an opportunity for everyone to be a part of it. Get hands-on experience with Google Cloud for free of charge, and use this as an opportunity where certain things you might not be able to learn in the university. This will be an opportunity to get like hands-on experience on like the real world stuff, because the world is so competitive, job markets are so competitive. Like later in this discussion with Milind, we'll be talking about the career opportunities. We'll talk about like the further learning opportunities as well. So I think it's important that everyone gets an opportunity and get hands-on with Google Cloud. Awesome. So the third question. So I want to like ask all three of you, what are the challenges? Because the thing is, like when it comes to like cloud custodian, towards the initial part of cloud custodian, we saw that hey, some of the attendees weren't able to get like 1 month free access. Some of them wasn't able to get the cloud credits. The cloud, the Qwiklab credits, etc. So I'm sure you might have also gone through some of those challenges as well. So what are the challenges you face in cloud custodian, and how did you overcome those? What were the solutions that you tried out? So we can start off now with Nitmini.
Yeah. So first of all, my challenges, my account was blocked
Okay.
actually because of the previous trip that I was doing, and I chat with you also how to get started. And then the challenging that were a bit tough, some of them, and but I was able to get through them by referring to previous sessions related to the quest and Google.
Cool. Awesome. So Pamoda, what were your challenges, and what are the solutions that you find?
Honestly, what the Romina has said happened to me same. My account
Okay.
got blocked because I did not read the guidelines properly in the very beginning. I was very lazy to read that, so I did not go through
Okay.
the email and also the guidelines given by the labs also. So it causes to block
Yeah.
my account. So I think Romina was the one who helped me to overcome that issue. what I did was I took a screenshot and I posted that in the Slack, and also I used the Qwiklab support. I prefer if the others can do the posting thing in the Slack. It's very better to do that, because if the same problem is coming up with the, another one, they can refer to the previous post and find out the solution immediately. And the other thing was there are few things. I mean. And the other thing was I was sticking into one lab in the very beginning. So I was not able to complete my first lab because, as I told you before, I was very new to GCP. So I was not able to complete the first challenge lab because I was unable to provide the exact answer they were requesting from us. So what I did was I moved to the other labs. I referred to the email again, and I went through all of the labs, and I found two of the labs which was not containing the challenge lab in the beginning. So I decided to do it first, and then after that I went through all of the other labs again, and I found the simple labs again and again. So I completed them all. That's how I completed the 6 labs. I can I can tell you that if you are doing first 2 labs, when you are doing first 2 labs, you can gain some knowledge about what this cloud is, how to work with them, kind of things. And the other thing, when I was learning, I mean, I was studying in the lab sessions. So I maintain my own note in a Notepad++ because obviously we can't remember each and every command line. So I maintained my own note, and I used that note to remember when I was working when I'm attempting to the challenge labs. So that's what those are the challenges I faced, and that is my journey to completing the labs. Yeah.
Awesome. So I think that's like you both of you pointed out very important points that, hey, when you were starting off, your accounts got blocked. It's because Qwiklab usually would identify, hey, some person is doing an extra activity than what is supposed to be done. So what they do is, by nature, they'll be blocking it because these resources will be spinning up a separate instance in GCP for all the candidates. So they have to make sure that the resources are used for what it's intended to be. So I think you have gone through that, and and I think you both helped each other out, and then you were able to help out people in Slack channel as well, which is a very good thing. So that brings the sense of community and brings a lot of value to other people as well. So I think that's an important part. So now we have Mindu. Mindu, what were your challenges?
Yeah, actually, for me, luckily my account was not blocked, and yeah, when it comes to Qwiklab quests in Cloudcastiram, yeah, as Nidmini mentioned, the most challenging part for me also to complete some last challenge lab pieces of some quests and complete them within the given time period. So in those challenges, they are not providing step-by-step guide to complete them, and we have to use the knowledge that we gained through the previous lab sessions. So, but anyways, yeah, but anyways, that actually the Qwiklabs is really fun, and it is really user friendly, and we can easily go back to previous lessons and gain those knowledge and come back to the challenge lab and overcome those challenges successfully. So yeah, that's how I overcome that challenge.
Awesome. So I think one of the there are 2 types of quests that you would find in Qwiklabs. One with a challenge lab, one without a challenge. Example would be the first lab, like the quest that you will be landed upon will be a challenge quest, which has a challenge lab. I think that makes an extra challenging effort if someone is starting off, or maybe if someone is very new to Qwiklabs or GCP. That might like create a sort of, hey, what am I doing? Do I really want to learn about GCP, or just leave it? So I think all three of you have overcome that. Congrats, and thank you for being a part of that. So I also think that most importantly, like three of you had different approaches on learning about GCP. Some of you went back to the previous labs, got hold of like different activities, and then you learn from there, and you complete the challenge lab. Some of you took down notes while you were doing your Qwiklabs, and some of you had conversations. Some of you had different approaches in learning GCP with Qwiklabs, which is a good thing. And I think this will be very important point if someone is not able to start off with Cloud Serum as of yet, or if someone is struggling with their first quest. I think these points will be like very important, because these three individuals have tried out different approaches in overcoming those challenges. So make use of those. You have we actually have 2 more days, actually 3-ish, 2.5-ish days remaining with Cloud Custom if you haven't completed as of yet. Awesome. Cool. So now I think we had a very good conversation around what are the sort of challenges that you face, what are your backgrounds, what are your sort of learning ideas that you have, etc. So now once Cloud Custom is over, Cloud Custom's Qwiklab subscription will be available for you for a month's time. So what are the type of other technologies that you are planning to learn about? What do you want to get hands-on experience on? Because there are like a vast area of quests which are available in Qwiklabs. With Google Cloud, there are certain like if you want to explore machine learning, there are quests. If you want to explore on data analytics, there are quests. So what are your thoughts? What are you planning on doing after Cloud Custom is over? We can probably start with Mihindu.
Yeah, for me, actually, after completing the Cloud Custom challenge, what motivates me to learn more on Kubernetes and Kubernetes in Google Cloud for deploying microservices applications and microservices, and also what motivates me to learn more on implementing Devops and creating CI/CD pipelines using GCP platform, and working with Devops tools, as well as the modern trend in GCP to work with machine learning in cloud. So that is really impressed me by doing that quest. So I would like to learn more on ML stuff with GCP. Yeah, those are the areas that motivated me to learn more after the Cloud Custom challenge.
Awesome. So Pamoda, what do you think? What are your thoughts?
I think it's better to me to use to learn. I mean, machine learning and AI. It will be very helpful for my final year research project. So I think it's better to deep dive in machine learning and AI.
Cool. Let me know. We know that you're getting ready for your associate cloud engineer examination. What else is remaining for you to cover, and what are you planning on covering further?
Yeah, I have to cover about Terraform and know about JK.
Okay, awesome. So was it GKE or Jenkins? GKE. Okay. Kubernetes engine. Okay. Cool. Awesome. So meanwhile, we were having a chat. Actually, Melinda was pointing out. Ask them, what's your favorite GCP product so far? So we can take the same route that we took. Probably Netmini can start off. What's your favorite product in GCP? Okay, cool. Pamoda?
As I told you, I'm very new to GCP, so I think it's better if I tell you Cloud Engine.
Okay. That's where you can build all the VMs and stuff. Cool. All right, Bindu, what's your product? Favorite product?
Yeah, for me, machine learning in Google Cloud is the most impressed me,
Yeah, awesome.
and
Very cool.
computer vision technology.
Cool. That's very good to know. I think there's a lot of interest around what Google has built around machine learning, the advances that Google is doing so far with TensorFlow, where you can build, train, and deploy models like in your local environments, and then push that into cloud as well. From cloud onwards, you can probably take that and publish that in AI platform. From AI platform, you can do a different set of activities. There are APIs, machine learning APIs. If someone wants to get hands-on experience with machine learning like tools, if they want to use it for an application. Now, let's take an example. If someone wants to like identify different entities in an image, they can use Google Cloud's machine learning API. If they want to kind of like translate, they can do it through an API. If they want to do video surveillance, they can do still with machine learning API. So there are a bunch of things that you can do. And one of the most popular product inside Google Cloud for data analytics is Bigquery. So it's a petabyte scale data warehouse, analytical data warehouse. So that can store data, and also it also can do analytical analytics as well. So that's pretty cool. That's if any one of you want to try that out. Usually it's costly to use BigQuery, but with I think Cloud Custom, we get 1 month free access to Qwiklabs. Probably can get hands on to that too. Cool. So I think it would be better if the audience has questions coming in, so we will be able to answer questions. Yes, Taraka, BigQuery. Taraka is a Taraka is a now is a fan of BigQuery these days. Cool. So please keep your questions coming in, so we'll be able to answer those within this session itself. Awesome. So we are actually going to the final question with our panelists today. So now I think since all of you have completed Kautka Serum already, and you have plans what you want to study, and you already do know what's the next step look like for you. So kind of that makes you kind of put you in a position where you'll be able to give some advices to the rest of the folks who are watching as well. So I think the final question is around, since we have another 2 days left till the deadline, what's the message that you want to give it out to everyone who's listening now, who hasn't been a part of Cloud Custodian, or probably is struggling still with the quests? What are the sort of what's the message that you wanna give to our audience today? Cool. We can start off with Netmini.
Yeah. So my advice for the other people who are the students who haven't done the quest yet is actually Google Cloud Custodian is a very valuable thing because if we are going to do by ourselves, we have to pay money. So this is a great opportunity to get the experience, hands-on experience with GCP for free, and it will be really helpful when you are going to do your Google examinations in the future, and yeah, to enhance your skills and knowledge so it will be an plus mark for your career as well.
Awesome. So Netmini, if I may to ask, like the what was the most what was the most uh, what's your favorite quest in Cloud
My
Custodian that you have
favorite
done?
quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a securing workload one.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, that's your favorite one. Cool. So, Mihindu, what's the message that you want to give it away to all our audiences today?
Yeah, actually, as Safas you mentioned, there are another 2 days left for for completing the Cloud Castiram. And if you guys have not completed yet, or if you guys have not even started yet, uh, yeah, believe me that Qwiklab's platform is really, really friendly, and it is really user friendly. And actually, as developers, 2 days are totally enough for you to complete the challenge and witness this wonderful cloud experience. And yeah, as well as you guys can win that amazing swags that GDC Sri Lanka is trying to give you, and collect them. And I invite all of you to complete the challenge within these 2 days, and sacrifice a little bit of your time and complete it and grab those amazing swags. Yeah,
Cool. Thanks, Mihindu. That was encouraging for sure. So finally, Pamoda, what are your thoughts?
My advice is
Yeah.
honestly, this is not only for the experts, and honestly, this is not only for the beginners. So you can gain some knowledge. 2 days is more than enough, as Mihindu said. Because if you are having true intention to complete this challenge, it's more than enough. So the other thing is, I have to tell that. Do not stop after completing the 6 labs, because there are many things to learn. I was also very new. I'm still very new to GCP, but I'm in passion to learn that new things. So if you would like to learn many things, you can try, because even after the challenge is ending that in the 8th November, but even after that you can use, because you have 1 month subscription. So yeah, do not stop after doing completing the 6 labs. That's all.
Awesome. Nice. Thank you very much for those enlightening words from Netmini, Mihindu, and Pamoda today, because I think that's some motivation that people would want. As you have completed already, you will know what's the sort of time which is required for all these quests to be completed. So I think we had a very good chat around your experience, and what the future looks like for you, and also some message for the people who haven't completed their stuff yet. So I think all three of you probably is available in Slack as well. So I think Slack is one-stop shop for everyone to ask questions around, and then like people can like answer questions. People can actually get help from there. I have seen in Slack channel communities helping out each other, different people helping out each other. So thanks for that. And I'm sure even you can ask all three of them the questions which will come up in next couple of days as well. So with that note, I think we'll be ending our panel discussion. Thank you, Mihindu. Thank you, Netmini. And thank you, Pamoda, for joining with us today. It was very valuable, I think, for all the audiences. Your words, your experiences, and how you approach Cloud Castiram as well. Thank you for that. With that note, we would like to say goodbye to three of you, and we'll be taking you to the backstage. Thank you for joining.
yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Awesome. So the session is not over, everyone. So we actually will have my partner who will be joining with us. Milindu will be joining with us in a little while. Yeah, there we have him. Hey,
Hello,
Milindu.
Safra. Hey.
Hey. Thank you for joining.
No problem.
So Milindu, as we all know, he's a cloud Google developer expert, focusing on infrastructure, DevOps related topic areas. So Milindu is here, and we're going to have a chat today. Milindu is not going to show you a demo as per se. We are going to talk about like different activity areas. But before we start the chat with Milindu, I want to highlight an offer which is already available. If you're watching this, and it's globally available offer for Coursera. I'm not sure how many of you have heard about Coursera. Cool. So we have questions coming in as well, so we can address that after this discussion. So I think let me take you through few important things before we start the conversation with Milindu. So okay, let me quickly share my screen. Some of you might have tried out Coursera already. Some of you might be very new to Coursera, like similar to Qwiklabs. So Coursera is a platform where you can learn and take different courses. And there's specifically Google Cloud has Google Cloud specializations. The best part is Google Cloud is giving you 1 month free access to these specializations. So if you were a part of Cloud Serum, this will be a good opportunity. Now, usually in Qwiklabs, it will have instructions, right? It will have instruction. You'll have to read through. There are no guided videos or anything, right? But in Coursera, there are guided videos. You'll be taken through a process. You'll be taken through a journey, and after the end of this journey, you'll be able to get a certificate. You'll be able to get a certificate. So only thing is you will have to sign up in the sign up through the link that you're seeing already in the video now, which is bit.ly/DCP-Coursera. Go and claim it. You get 1 month free access to Coursera and try out these specializations. If you are a person who is starting off with GCP, I would recommend you either starting off with cloud architecture with Google Cloud or cloud engineering with Google Cloud. But if you want to go a little deeper, if you want to be super specialized in different areas, there's a new specialization professional certificate available, SRE and Devops engineer cloud. And then there are a bunch of more certifications that you can try out as well. Go check it out. This will be a valuable opportunity that you get. And this is only available. You can only claim this until November 11th. Sorry, November 19th. Once you claim it, that will be available for 1 month's time. Complete the complete the course within that time. Then you won't be charged. In case if you go for another 1 month extra, you'll be charged $49. So take some time, get this maximum opportunity, and you'll be able to learn. There's like a lot of interest towards SRE and DevOps these days. And if you are a person who wants to learn about networking or security, or maybe other fundamentals, you can try out cloud engineering or cloud architecture. And there's data engineering. This is a very cool certification. I myself had tried out. It was tough to be honest, it wasn't easy to complete within a month's time. It was tough, but it was definitely worth it, the amount of knowledge that you will gain a month's time. So dedicate some time. There's so our team will showcase the link again. Go and check out that link, so you'll be able to get free 1 month access to Coursera for Google Cloud specialization. Awesome. That's what I want to share with you regarding the Coursera. Now let's move on to the conversation with Milindu. Hey Milindu, thank you for staying. Thank you for listening to me about all the Coursera stuff. So Milindu, we actually wanted to get an opinion, because now a lot of our students in Sri Lanka, a lot of our professionals in Sri Lanka actually have tried out Cloud Coursera. So in like apart from being a part of apart from taking all these quests, apart from getting all the badges, what exactly do you think this can actually lead up to for them for their career? What do you think? Because this is as a starting point.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Milindu.
It's a good question. So once you know about one cloud platform, you actually get to know about not just that they are products, but you actually get familiar with all the DevOps concepts, right? So once you know about the VMs, you can like apply that knowledge in other cloud platforms also. So and when you know about EKs, you can work with any other Kubernetes based platform also. And also, of course, like when you are working on GCP, you will come across concepts like pipeline as code, infrastructure as code, and like there are a lot of things that you get familiar. So this is a good opportunity for everyone to freely get access to a cloud platform and start collecting these knowledge, these terms, this experience. So it is something which I see is a good thing for all the people in Sri Lanka, that you can get from cloud customer. And also like GCP is like kind of a very good platform if you are especially a beginner, and if you are especially more into having starting a startup kind of thing. So the prices are really great. They have different discounts, different bands for different people. Like you can apply for different programs like startup acceleration program. So it is a good platform to start with cloud. So like having access, having knowledge, experience with GCP, it will definitely be beneficial for you, right?
Yeah. Awesome. Yes, I think you pointed out a very good an area, Milindu, is that now there are lots of startups booming up in Sri Lanka as well, because across the world we are seeing a lot of people trying out new things, and they want to, like, initially when you start off, you actually won't have enough cash in hand to kind of experiment a lot of things,
Yeah.
because it's probably you're funding the whole project, or maybe you have got money from friends and family, or
Mhm.
maybe you have got someone to invest in you, right? So I think in this situation, um, having free access to all this material can help to a lot of startups, especially the startups, like starting off. I've seen, like in Sri Lanka these days, there are accelerators, there are people who are trying out new stuff. So
Mhm.
if you're actually, this is a valid point in terms of getting startups to try out GCP, because in terms of cost wise, there are benefits, and also there are multiple like tools that they can try out for free of charge as well, with the free tier and cloud credits also. So I think that you brought in a valid point. Thanks, Milindi, for that. So Milind, you yourself is a cloud Google developer expert. So before becoming a cloud, because usually when it comes to a cloud Google developer expert, one will need to have like an understanding about all these like cloud technologies, have got
Mhm.
hands-on experiences, etc. So what was your journey in becoming um, cloud Google developer expert? Because you were a student at UCSC, and then you started working. But before that, I still can remember you were trying out new things with RSVP.lk as well.
Yeah.
And during like Google Cloud, Google I/O, I remember yourself and Rabin was like sleepless, just making sure that the site won't crash. There were a lot of things, a lot of experience that you received. So, Milind, can you share what was your journey? Because a lot of our youngsters who are listening or tuning in today might not have been exposed to those areas. So, Milidu.
Yeah, definitely. So thanks, Shafras, to bring up the history, walking us down the memory lane. So yeah, as you mentioned, like RCPLK was the main reason that we both me and Rabin got involved in GCP a lot, and actually that is kind of a turning point because I actually had experience with. Another cloud provider before, but when I started with GCP, it was like very intuitive, very simple to use, and working with GCP was really easy. So that's the main that's the reason why I always mention that it's a good platform for beginners who is into cloud at their first step. It's like definitely a platform to go. And with RSCPLK, we actually got the chance to touch areas which we usually don't get to touch, like for example, having caching in place, importance of having logs and traces, and importance of having redundancy in databases, in files we upload. So these are things which we understood while we in the university, which was very beneficial when we step into the industry. So like when I'm working with so now I am working as a lead in Devops team at my workplace. So that knowledge we got there is a good foundation for me to like work on the things we do each and every day. So I think I should be like really thankful for Google and everyone who supported. I think Shafraz also was helping us even on those days. So yeah, it's actually a quite a nice journey. And what I have become today, I think Google and GCP has a lot in there.
Awesome. Thanks, Milindu, for sharing that. Because I clearly remember in 2006, 2017, and 2018, as I can remember for Google Cloud IO, we're using rsvp.lk. Google Cloud IO, the Sri Lanka extended event, we were using rsvp.lk and was just making sure things doesn't crash, because the amount of traffic which comes in was like really crazy. I still do
Yeah.
believe when you like refresh, or maybe like you just like blink of an eye, you will see about 100 people have signed up
Mhm.
in just a matter of a second. So like very yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
We went up to like how many registrations in the first day of it, right? Can you
yeah.
remember the numbers?
Oh my god, that was like very crazy, these
Yeah.
numbers. I think that those are like very good memories, and I think having that exposure has given you a lot of kind of like leverage in terms of advancing your career, and also most importantly, like even though you have leverage in your career, I think one of the most important thing is like you haven't stopped learning about any of the technologies, and you keep on sharing with the rest of the community. I think that's a very good trait. Thank you, Melinda, for that. So I want to kind of like get your opinion on Melinda. Now you work with different cloud providers,
Mhm.
and then you work with a lot of different scenarios that you have to
Yeah.
handle day to day at your workplace now. um, as you mentioned, yes, you mentioned about certain things, that experience that you received from like previous activities that you did really helped out. But
Mhm.
Milindu, what are the type of traits, or what are the type of skills that do you think our attendees should? This is going beyond Google Cloud,
Mhm.
any cloud for that matter. This is on like skills development. So, what are the type of skills do you think our youngsters who are watching these videos, or maybe people who are senior, or even who has been in the IT industry, what are sort of things that you think they should build up as a skill, getting into a career like yours and excelling from there?
Mhm. Yeah, I think like so like I'll share my experience. Like we have been doing some interviews, so DevOps and senior DevOps positions, and what we realized was like there are situations where people find it hard to grasp the idea of or behind all these products. So like not using just using the product is one thing, but having the idea behind what is happening there is a good thing to have, because when you have that knowledge you can apply to whatever platform you're working on, right? So when we do the interviews, we never say like you have to answer from this particular platform. So we always say like you are like free to like pick any platform you have worked with, you are familiar with, and you can explain us the concept so we know like you can apply, right? So basically the idea is like once you know the idea, it's just one Google away, right? So you can search for this particular thing in Google, and you can get a lot of documentations, lot of videos and tutorials how to apply that thing in one particular platform. So I think whatever the platform you have started, like keep looking into what's happening behind the scene, so which will give definitely a good advantage for you to excel in your career.
Awesome. I think very valid point, Milindu. So I think exposure is very important. Get exposure as much as possible, as early as possible. Doesn't matter if you're a university student. Doesn't matter if you're a startup founder. Get exposed to all these things which are happening across the globe, because your products might not be only for Sri Lankan market, and your career need not to be in Sri Lankan market. It can grow beyond as well. So I think it's very important to keep up the skills and keep up the sort of the mentalities, the learning mentalities. I think is very important. Thanks, Milindu, for sharing with us that. So Milindu, I think we can go for one last question around career development with cloud. So Milindu, now. Um, uh, Most interestingly, there are a lot of companies across, I think, Sri Lanka and across the globe as well. People have started moving into like different cloud activities, cloud providers using different cloud technologies. So during these situations, what also happens is that there are new job opportunities being created in different companies, because now let's say now if you are working for XYZ company and they only have on-premise what do you call on-premise data centers, and then they are migrating into like cloud. There'll be situations they want to kind of implement CI/CD, or maybe they want to have DevOps engineers, so they hire DevOps engineer. So likewise, another instance would be I've seen in Sri Lanka. There's like a booming interest towards data science, data engineering related activities as well, which is like really cool. So that people will start hiring data scientists, data engineers also. So according to you, what do you think? What are the sort of upcoming like job opportunities that our folks should, like our viewers should keep an eye on? And then in order to keep like even in order to keep up, even though if they keep an eye on, what are the sort of things do you think should they be doing in order to keep up the pace as well? So two questions. What are the sort of job opportunities they should keep an eye on, and then how can they keep up the pace with the rapidly growing technological sphere?
Right. So I think like in the past we were seeing there are like engineering teams and then operations team, right? uh, like this is very typical scenario, like people have been throwing softwares over the wall to the operations engineers to deploy. But I think in Sri Lanka also, like now we're seeing DevOps engineers concept is like right nicely booming up. So people who has knowledge on DevOps areas, like who has concept the grasp of concepts with DevOps. I think that is a booming area in Sri Lanka at the moment, and I'm seeing especially on site reliability engineering also in many leading companies now they are having SRE teams and implementing, trying to like absorb all the good practices of site reliability engineering. So I think those two areas, if you are like more into uh, uh, if you are like more familiar, like more interested in playing with these kind of tools, like cloud platforms, CI/CD tools, and whatnot. So that's a
Especially
like,
in infrastructure, I think, right?
yeah, especially,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's a like interesting area for we all to like look into these days. And yeah, I think data science, machine learning, no doubt they are like also very trendy topic these days. Every company is trying to absorb something out of them. So definitely a must choose path if you are like more interested in with crunching data and playing with all these machine learning models and stuff. Yeah, about like this for the second question, I think having certifications will be like a good start, because when you have the knowledge with a certificate, you can prove your knowledge, your capability to a company. Like that is when you are trying to join a company, that is a good way you can like convince them you have that particular knowledge, right? So putting machine learning and AI is one thing, but having a certification on your CV, it's definitely a different thing. So I think with all these uh, things we have provided you with cloud cluster and Coursera courses, uh, discounts on GCP certificates, I think it's a good time, a good opportunity to grab. Don't miss it ever. So grab all these things, free things you are getting from all these companies, and uh, lay the path ahead of you.
Awesome. Thank you, Milindu. Thank you for those wonderful thoughts and your sharing your experiences. And I think it's equally important that like you like highlighted a very important idea. It's not only about like showing that you have AI like you have done AI related activities, but rather if there's a way that you can prove it, maybe some project that you have done so far, or
Mhm.
maybe a certification that you have done, or maybe a blog post that you have written, or
Mhm.
maybe contributing in Stack Overflow could
Yeah,
be.
definitely.
So I think there are many ways you can show your contribution so that it'll be easy for the employer to know what you are capable of and what you have done and assess that based on that. Because like companies would want to see people with hands on these days. It's no longer only theory. Theory you should know.
Mm.
Theory would be helpful, but you also need to have your hands on experience with all these different activities. So thanks, Milindu. Thanks for those thoughts. Very valuable for our audience. So we can move
Uh,
on to questions. Yeah, Milindu, do you want to share anything?
yeah. I think I can add on. Like even this, like most of these project we see these days are mostly open source. So it's a good thing if you can contribute, not just like implementing their code. Like one when you are going through their documentation, and if you feel something is missing, something is not clear, you can contribute to their documents also. So which is like good starting point for you to get involved in open source, and a good starting point for you to get involved with development for that particular project. Because I have seen in the past people who started with documentation, they have moved into features, they have become like champions in these projects. So it's a good start. So definitely give a try. Kubernetes, Terraform, TensorFlow, Terraform, like most of these tools we use in this particular DevOps domain are open source. So which is a nice thing. So there's a lot of opportunities you can grab.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a very valid point. Contribute to open source projects. Miludu himself was a JUICOC participant, and then he became a mentor as well. So he definitely would have seen the progress of other people who are being a part of open source community. So
Mhm.
definitely get your hands on with that. Awesome. Cool. So we can quickly move on to a couple of questions. I think for today. So do we have any questions that we can check? Okay. Ashwin is asking a question. Can't be a pure cloud DevOps engineer because most of the companies are asking for DevOps engineers. I think Milindu, you can answer on that.
Mm, well, actually, that depends on maybe the country you are trying to get opportunity. So in Sri Lanka, that's the idea of cloud ops is still not very strong, but I think within a few years we will see people strongly having established that idea. But if you are looking for opportunities in other countries, I think that's definitely a go.
Awesome. Cool. So there are some thoughts as well. So yeah. Okay. Tilanka has a question. Hey, what is the exact Cloudcast Serum deadline? Is it 8th November, 11:59 p.m.? That's correct. That's the current deadline for Cloudcast Serum. Cool. And then we have Sanjeeva saying, if you're trying out, if you have installed a ad blocker, just make sure that you disable it in case if you want to get, if you're signing up for Coursera. So thanks Sanjeeva for that. Cool. All right. So I think that's pretty much it. I think the session was mostly information sharing, mostly trying to inspire you to be a part of Cloudcast Serum, the basis, hold the foundation of Cloudcast Serum, why it's important. And I'm pretty sure you already do have an idea after we have had a chat with Milindu, Mihindu, Nitpini, and then Pamod as well, why it's important you also to be a part of it. It's experience, exposure, and getting hold of all the free opportunities to upskill yourself. I think those are the sort of things that you were highlighting. And Mumin Aslam, what will be your suggestions or roadmap to become a DevOps engineer? I think Milindu himself can answer on that.
Roadmap, yeah, the starting point will be Cloudcast Serum, definitely. Yeah, like get familiar with let's say the infrastructure wise, and also looking into the areas like now it's very trendy to have anything as a service. So a lot of things are there. You can get starting from infrastructure platform, and now we are going into other many things like MBAS and stuff. So look into those areas also, and also be familiar with concepts like I mentioned earlier, infrastructure as code, pipeline as code. So definitely they are going to be come onto you, and get familiar with like evaluating things like optimizing the costs, the speed, and implementing reliable products. So these things definitely will be on your plate when it comes to like when you are a DevOps engineer. And also like having backup plans, having backups, getting running read replica. So these things like are definitely going to be a good thing. So roadmap, I think try to absorb these kind of knowledge, the concepts, the ideas behind DevOps. So that will be the roadmap for you.
Awesome. Cool. Like while Milindu was sharing across about what the kind of roadmap, there's no sort of a direct roadmap that we can share. But it would be better to know, like, get yourself familiarized with different technologies related to DevOps engineering. What are the concepts? And there's a free Coursera course on SRE and DevOps as well. Go and check it out. So you'll be able to get a certification and understand where you need to fit in, what you need to do to become a DevOps engineer as well. So having said that, I think I can quickly share. There's a very valuable website called cncf.io. So in cncf.io, they have already shared like how the cloud native landscape would look like. So this has like the technologies being used for which activity, and they have like a very good categorization over here. Do go and check it out. And it also mentions that like different type of certifications that you can take as well. So I'll leave it up to the organizers to drop this as a comment. So you'll be able to check this out. A very valuable website, cncf.io, cloud native landscape, and there are ways you can become cloud native CNCF ambassadors as well. So do go and check out. This is for an additional information. Cool. Yeah. So here you go. I think our friends Pasindu can help us out to share it across. Cool. I think there was one question. Is there a good market for SR engineers in Sri Lanka? Suvin wants to know.
Yes, Subin, most of the leading companies I'm seeing, they are hiring SRE engineers. So I think within a few years there'll be like a lot of trend around that. So like it never hurts to like have that knowledge, right? So even if you are doing your own thing, and even if you are not a SRE engineer, when you are a DevOps engineer, when you are a software engineer, the things you learn with SRE definitely will be like beneficial. So have the touch, and definitely we'll be seeing a lot of job opportunities going on billboard for SRE engineers.
Yeah, that's true. And I think it's also good to understand that don't limit yourself into one place. There'll be there'll be more opportunities as well in other parts of the world as well. Do go and like try out for those too. Because there's no harm in learning about SRE while you're here. You can become an SRE once you become probably once you are a like Milindu, please correct me if I'm wrong. If you become a DevOps engineer, you also can become a SRE. Am I correct?
Yes, I think the most popular saying like SRE implements DevOps, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So don't worry about that. Just start. There'll be always a starting point for you to become an SRE or DevOps engineer. And there's this very interesting article about Kelsey Hightower. So if you don't know who's Kelsey Hightower, I would highly recommend you go and check out. He was speaking at one of the events, I think, in Sri Lanka. So if you get an opportunity, get hold of the person, ask question as much as possible. We were interviewing him last weekend. No, sorry, this week. He had a bunch of information that you can learn about. There's this interesting article about Kelsey Hightower, how he's actually is considered as the guy who built all these DevOps theories and CI/CDs and stuff. He's kind of known for what he has done around Kubernetes, and he's a principal developer advocate at Google Cloud. So do go and check out his work. I'll probably will try to get that article and share it across here. Awesome. I think we have ran a little over time, but we have our viewers still there with us, but I think it's a little late, getting late over here. So the final, so any final thoughts, Binendu, that you want to share?
Yeah, I think that will be like grab the opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. Grab the opportunity. So I'm trying to find the article about Kelsey Hightower in protocol. I'll probably link it up over here.
Right. So I like while you have the access to Qwiklabs, give a try on other areas which the quest we have suggested doesn't cover. Like there are a lot of things in GCP you can try out. One few comes to my mind would be like get the knowledge on the VPCs and get the knowledge on cloud endpoints, like how to expose a API into expose it to GCP marketplace, and deployment strips. So these are nice areas that you can touch upon. while you have access to Qwiklabs. So give it a try. Try to complete as much as possible labs, so which will give a good idea on the GCP platform.
Awesome. Thank you, Milindu, for those wonderful ideas, and probably I'll see you soon in coming weeks. So, with that note, thank you everyone who joined today. I hope this session was very valuable for you to get started with Cloud Custom, or maybe if you're having challenges, how you can overcome with those, and what the future would look like for you with Google Cloud. Or maybe the point of having the whole program was to uplift yourself, upskill yourself, so that you'll be future ready, where you'll be able to like try out new things differently at your workplace as well. So those are things that we want to cover. So I would love to thank Milindu for joining with us today, despite his busy schedules. And then our panelists, Mihindu, Pamoda, and Nitmini for joining in with us today as well. Thank you everyone who joined. Thank you to our viewers as well. And thank you, GDG Sri Lanka, for inviting me to be a part of this webinar series. I enjoyed talking to my fellow Sri Lankans. I do. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for inviting. And hopefully we'll see more people completing Cloud Custodian over the weekend. And from there onwards, you'll continue your learning journey. As Mirin mentioned, don't stop learning because that will definitely help you in advancing your career and moving forward. With that note, we would love to say thank you and goodbye and good night. Thank you.
Good night all. Bye.